Hello students, welcome. Today we are going to discuss one of the important chapter of inorganic chemistry, that is S block elements. Okay, so first of all, what do you mean by S block elements? And S block elements are the most electropositive elements of the periodic table. Uh, they always react with any type of elements and start forming a positive charge. Okay, why they are called as S block elements? So the last electrons of these elements are present in a s orbitals, है ना? So if you can see the periodic table present over there, तो periodic table में आप ध्यान से देखेंगे तो this is, you can see, this is your s block elements. This is your s block elements. These two groups, group 1 and group 2 elements, are the s block elements. From group 3 to 12, this is d block elements. Okay, and from group 13 to 18, as you know, that these are p block elements. Okay, so in detail we are going to discuss about s block elements. तो पहली चीज बताऊं आपको कि s block के elements कौन से elements हैं. These are called as alkaline metals. These are called as alkaline metals. What do you mean by alkaline? Alkaline, it means all these compound metals are basic in nature. Okay, when you react these elements with these metals with the oxygen, they will start forming a metal oxides. And these all metal oxides are always basic in nature. That's why they are called as alkaline metals. Okay, this lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium, इनको याद करने का तरीका मैं आपको पहले बता चुका हूँ. It is ली, ना, की, रब, से, फरियाद. Then this group 2 element, that is बेटा, मांगे, कार, स्कूटर, बाप, राजिया, रोए, जो आपको रखना रख दीजिए. ठीक है, तो इट इज बेरिलियम, मैग्नीशियम, कैल्शियम, स्ट्रॉन्शियम, बेरियम एंड रेडियम. ठीक है, तो ग्रुप 1, दिस इज ग्रुप 1, दिस रेड वन इज ग्रुप 1 एंड दिस वन इज ग्रुप 2. ओके, so if I talk about group 1 elements, okay, which are lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. Okay, this lithium has atomic number 3, sodium has atomic number 11. It means 3 plus 8 11, again 11 plus 8 19, 19 plus 18 it is 37. Okay, and 37 plus 18 it is 55, and 55 plus 32 it is 87. Last आपको 32 ऐड करना है. Okay, if you just put the their noble gases, तो lithium से पहले noble gas आएगी, it is helium, then 2s1. Okay, sodium से पहले noble gas आ जाएगी neon, that is 3s1. फिर potassium के लिए argon 4s1, krypton 5s1, फिर xenon 6s1 and radon 7s1. This will be electronic configuration of these elements. If you see, lithium is present in period 2, period 3, potassium is present in 4, rubidium is present in period 5, cesium is present in period 6 and francium is present in period 7. Okay, now if you notice carefully, their general electronic configuration for it means electronic configuration for outermost shell is almost same. That we can write the general electronic configuration for group 1 element. Electronic configuration is NS1, where the N is period number, है ना? समझ रहे हो कि नहीं? This NS1 आपको बता सकता है कि they have one electron in outermost shell. All these elements have one electron in outermost shell. Okay, they can lose this one electron to form plus one charge. So if I represent this group 1 element as a M, metal M, they will lose this one electron to form M plus 1 charge, and will lose their one electron. So we can say that the valence electrons for group 1 element is 1, and the valency will be always and always plus 1 for these elements. और एक और चीज आप बोल सकते हो about group 1 elements are they are leftmost element of the periodic table. Leftmost मतलब सबसे लेफ्ट में है, ये देखिए आप group 1 elements. It means they will be highly electropositive elements. They will always lose the electron and form the positive charge. They will be ready to lose the one electron and form the positive charge. है ना? यहाँ तक आप समझ पा रहे हैं, ठीक है? तो always understand these are called as alkali metals, है ना? These group 1 elements are called as alkali metals. So what do you mean by alkali metals? Alkali, it means a metal which easily dissolves in water and forms a base. Like if sodium dissolves in water, आप सबको पता है कि सोडियम का वाटर के साथ हाईली एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन होता है. It forms a sodium hydroxide NaOH and hydrogen gas. ठीक है. Similarly, potassium is most reactive element of the periodic table and forms a potassium hydroxide and NaOH H2. What is this sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxides? These are the base. So alkali means what? These metals will easily dissolve in water and forms hydroxides, metal hydroxide, which are basic in nature. That's why we are saying these elements are basic in nature. Okay, यहाँ तक आपको समझ में आ रहा है? ठीक है. Group 2 elements are called as alkaline earth metal. This beryllium, calcium, strontium, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. These elements are called as alkaline earth metals. जैसे आप लास्ट क्लास में मुझसे पूछ भी रहे थे, why these metals are called as alkaline earth metals? Because these metals dissolves in water and forms a base. That's why they are called as alkaline. And especially these metals are obtained from the earth crust. We do the mining of these metals like calcium and magnesium. That's why we are saying that these are alkaline earth metals. Okay. Now we will be discussing in a detail about these elements. These alkali metals we are going to discuss in details. So first we will discuss about atomic radius. So atomic radius or atomic size or metallic radius or metallic size are the same terms, है ना? कोई difference नहीं है उसमें. तो metallic radius का और atomic radius का मतलब क्या होता है? So it is the distance between nucleus and outermost shell of atom. It is distance between nucleus and outermost shell of atoms. Okay. So like if I say about lithium, if I talk about sodium, if I talk about potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. So you can say that lithium has electronic configuration. If you see the lithium has electronic configuration, it is 2s1. It means it has a 2 shells configuration, nucleus and second shell, and it has a 1 electron in a second shell. So it is distance between nucleus and second shell for lithium. For sodium, it will be a nucleus, first shell, second shell and third shell. For potassium, it will be a nucleus, first shell, second shell, third shell and 4 shells. Similarly, for rubidium, it will be a nucleus, first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell, and this will be a 5th shell. So we will be finding the distance between rubidium and 5th shell. We'll be finding the distance between for cesium, nucleus and 6th cell. So as you go down the group from lithium to sodium to potassium to rubidium to cesium, you can notice, or a francium, we don't have an atomic radius for francium because it is radioactive in nature. But आप ये समझिए, from lithium to cesium, the number of shells are increasing. Like lithium has a 2 shells, sodium has a 3 shell, potassium has a 4 shell, rubidium has a 5 shells. Number of shells are increasing. So obviously their atomic radius will be increasing. So if I talk about the values, so you can I have written the values in picometer. So lithium has an atomic radius 152 picometer, sodium has 186 picometer, 227 picometer for potassium, then 248 and 265 for cesium. ठीक है, तो you can see that the atomic radius in picometer is increasing because number of cells are increasing. ठीक है ना, because number of cells are increasing. Number of cells are increasing. कोई डाउट है इसमें? ये सबको पता ही है. Cells are increasing. चलो. Similarly to atomic radius, we will be discussing another term which is called as ionization energy. Ionization energy. Now, all of you know that we have discussed about ionization energy in detail in the thermodynamics and periodic classification everywhere. ठीक है? Ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove electron from the outermost shell of gaseous atom, है ना. किसी भी एटम के आउटरमोस्ट शेल में से इलेक्ट्रॉन को निकालने के लिए जो एनर्जी चाहिए दैट इज कॉल्ड एज आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी, है ना. तो जितना न्यूक्लियस और आउटरमोस्ट शेल के इलेक्ट्रॉन के बीच में डिस्टेंस होगा, है ना, जितना न्यूक्लियस और आउटरमोस्ट शेल के बीच में डिस्टेंस होगा उतनी ज्यादा एनर्जी लगेगी या उतनी कम एनर्जी लगेगी? उतनी कम एनर्जी लगेगी बेटा, बिकॉज अट्रैक्शन कम हो जाएगा. तो लिथियम में देखिए साइज बहुत छोटा है, मतलब it will have a strong attraction. It means we will require more energy to remove that electron. But for a francium, it is a most electropositive element. क्यों? क्योंकि ये बहुत बड़ा है, साइज में बहुत बड़ा है. साइज में बहुत बड़ा है मतलब न्यूक्लियस और आउटरमोस्ट शेल के इलेक्ट्रॉन के बीच में डिस्टेंस बहुत ज्यादा है. So it will be very easy to remove that electrons. So can we say that ionization energy of element is always inversely proportional to the atomic radius of element? Atomic radius of this element. So if atomic radius increases, ionization energy decreases. Okay, so if I write the values for ionization enthalpy for lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium or cesium and francium, you will be getting a idea about the ionization energy. Here I am writing the ionization energy in kilojoule per mole. Okay, you will notice that lithium has ionization energy 520 kilojoule per mole. Okay, sodium has ionization energy 496 kilojoule per mole. Potassium has ionization energy 419 kilojoule per mole. Rubidium has 403 kilojoule per mole. Cesium has ionization energy 376 and 375 for francium. So you can notice that from lithium to francium, ionization energy is gradually decreasing because atomic radius is increasing. Okay, this is for data for francium is an estimated data. It is not a perfect data because francium is a radioactive element. We can't do anything with the radioactive element. Okay, now we will be discussing about ionic radius similarly. Chalo, we will be discussing about ionic radius. So what do you mean by ionic radius? So जैसे atomic radius था, atomic radius is the distance between nucleus and outermost shell of isolated gaseous atom. Similarly, ionic radius is the radius of an ion. We are talking about the radius of ion. Radius of ion. So we know that this group 1 element will lose one electron. This group 1 element, that is metal, will lose one electron from outermost shell and always form M+1 ion. Yes or no? This all elements will lose one electron and form M+1 ion. So here when I say ionic radius of group 1 element, I am talking about the radius of this M+1 ion. वो कम होगी या बढ़ जाएगी as compared to the atomic radius? वो कम हो जाएगी बेटा, because M+1 ion has lost one electron from outermost shell. It means it has a less number of electron and more number of protons, है ना. जब न्यूक्लियस में नंबर ऑफ प्रोटॉन्स बढ़ जाएंगे तो इट्स न्यूक्लियर चार्ज विल बी इंक्रीजिंग. सो वी कैन से दैट दिस m+1 will have a more nuclear charge. m+1 will have a more nuclear charge. More nuclear charge, it means nucleus is a very positive in nature. It means the attraction will increase. It means the attraction between nucleus and outermost shell will increase. Radius will shrink down. So if I compare the metallic radius, or it means atomic radius, and m+1 radius, metallic radius will have a more value. चलो इसको वैल्यू से चेक करते हैं तो we will be understanding. Lithium +1, sodium +1, K +1, rubidium +1, and cesium +1. So if you notice, lithium +1 has a radius 76 picometer. Sodium +1 will have a 102 picometer and 138 picometer, 152 picometer. Then it is 167 picometer. These all values are in picometers. So from top to bottom it is increasing. That is by the way, that is a simple law because number of shells are increasing. But if you compare the value of atomic radius and ionic radius, you will see that ionic radius has a small values. Okay, so here I have discussed everything, introduced in front of you what is s-block elements. S-block elements are the elements which are called as alkaline metals. It means which are basic in nature, which are highly electropositive in nature, which consist of the two groups, group 1 and group 2 elements. Okay, here we have discussed everything about group 1 elements. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can drop in comment box. Thank you.